and the New York Giants. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Mike.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this to the rookie from TCU. That's Jalen Reagor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jason Pierre-Paul has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the...
Oh, wide open, complete. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. A huge play there for Arizona. 57 yards. Here's Mostert, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Raheem Mostert with Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
First down.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, they'll throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
Nothing.
Now back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Rolling to his right. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Point after, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Being chased out left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. A gain of.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And Ingram holds it in. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On play action, Allen.
At the Giants' 30-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. back at about the 37-yard line. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Allen off the play fake. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
21-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tyson Alualu in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the 2nd down throw on target. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to have the... But they get the conversion anyway. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the problem.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first. The show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a pickup of 6. brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen, he'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Allen's throw is complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. They'll roll him out right. And that's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. When you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to him too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. On play action, Allen. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It's now 4th down.
They do go for it. Here's Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Come on!
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown.
Touchdown, Giants.
So that is 2 pick-6s he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick-6s, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And now here is another interception.
Bradbury.
Picked up by James Bradbury. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch. take the hit and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down.
He's checking crap. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They're going to try and throw. Escaping the pressure right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. And they're not able to convert on fourth down. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Flush to his right. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Kyle Duggar. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Forced out to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Yards to go.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Go, go, go. Mike 59. Mike 59.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Out to his left. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 9.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man. Complete. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Complete.
Nelson Aguilar.
Touchdown,
94 yards. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Makes the score Giants 21. Cardinals 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He'll buy some time right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen eluding the pressure right. Able to locate his running back open downfield. And all the way down to the 26. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Raheem Mostert, the ball carrier.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
The pickup. 2nd and 6.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
15-yard line.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
To Evan Ingram.
Evan Ingram,
Touchdown,
his 5th
Arizona.
touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
It is good.
And he puts it through.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Giants take over 1st and 10.
57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable, so they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Number 31.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Allen to throw. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he's got this down to the 35. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Allen. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. 25 yards that time. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play.
And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown, and forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
The finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it.
Today's final.
Well, Charles,